Thank you for calling the voicemail service for
Kernel failure.
You have 1. New messages. To listen to your messages, please press 1.
Hi, best friend. So, I noticed you took the cakes off the teacup ride and replaced it with, flamethrowers. Now, I'm not here to tell you how to do your job, but that is definitely a health and safety hazard. One guy burnt his afro. It's cool though, I gave him a free steaky dog and he went on his way. But there's an even bigger problem, man. The guests are saying that my rides aren't cool, that they're for kids. So, I've taken action. It's 100% your style. I think you're gonna really love Gingerbread's Revenge. Oh, one more thing. We have a food court now, but if you could avoid putting your sewage-type decorations on there, I'd be very, very grateful. Gingerbread doesn't really hold metal very well. See you later!
Hello, park people. Welcome back to Failurewood Hills, featuring Stegoland. And young Mr. Steggs has been hard at work, I see, with this gigantic brown edifice to consumerism that he's built. With just the smallest amount of people sinking into the gingerbread-based quagmire there. And while I wouldn't usually, I think I might actually just apply the slightest of tweaks here. I'm pretty sure Steggs won't mind, and if he does, tough. Just purely because let's not have quagmire going on. Now, I'd be tempted to take it all away and keep the path intact, but I know he was quite keen on that. That looks about right. There we go. What do you mean it's obstructed? Oh, you can't possibly be obstructed. What are you obstructed by? The path, I'd guess. That's a shame. See, you've then got. Oh, hey, steady on. Then you've got some floating shop action going on in here. Oh. Okay, well, because I've got everything selected that allows me to clip stuff through scenery and what have you. But yeah, all right. Well, we'll just cancel that then. We'll leave that for him to work out exactly how to fix. Maybe some kind of slightly elevated path in order to make it so that people aren't knee deep in scenic gingerbread. Would be nice. Anyway, turning my attention back to my side of the park, yes, I'm quite pleased with the fiery hair salon. As much as I spelt it incorrectly originally, it's not bad. It'll do nicely. 51% scenery rating is perfectly fine. Few people complaining about the cost of it. Perfectly fine. We've got plenty of cash coming in at the moment, and that's a jolly good thing. Now then, I've got some work to do. So here are upcoming projects, because I love a good upcoming project. Me, is I need to do something with the shop facades. Firstly, I need to line them all up properly. Secondly, I'm going to need to decorate them so that they fit in with the overall aesthetic of the entry building here. I was kind of assuming that Steggs might take on the task of either decorating or rebuilding his own entryway in a style of his choosing. But if he doesn't do it soon, then I'll build that as well. But I'll give him the chance to get that done. So I need to sort these shops out and make them feel part and parcel, or these facilities make them feel part and parcel of the entry building. And then I've got the Mr. Cthulhu over here is in default mode right now, and that could do with being spiced up some as well, and brought up to a higher standard. And one of the things that I want to try and do is avoid the way that I've built in the past, where each separate ride or building kind of looks separate from, as much as it's a separate ride or building, looks completely separate to everything else that's going on. So unifying it all in some fashion is going to be on my list to do in the near future, but not today. Today we've got 2 things to do. We've got a new ride coming up, and I'm going to sort out this bit of pathing. Right now, then, this is not something that we have talked about previously, but hopefully it's going to look quite good. So I had the notion of, and yes, I am going to interfere with both sides of the park here. But I had the notion of having some kind of separately river type idea running up here, basically. So running, if I just do it, you'll see what I mean. And we're not going to do this at high speed, neither. We'll do this in the real time. Terrain is what you want. There we go. Sculpting tool, push, intensity. Let's be a little bit more subtle with the intensity. Scenery lock. Deformation respects scenery or not. Okay. Surface lock. Locks to the surface or not. I don't know. Let's just push some buttons and see what we get. Right, okay, we're going to need a little bit more size on there. Right, there we go. Now, when you do this, right, I've had a Swifty experiment trying this out, just to see what the effect was. But you'll see you get these kind of side bits, kind of side clefts in the dig away. And the other thing that I've noticed is that it's not consistent either. This bit of path doesn't line up properly. So we're going to endeavour. Go on, you have to back all of that up. I want to undo all of it. Yep. Just. Come on, look, I mean, I don't want to have to revert the save. Just use your initiative, figure out what I'm trying to accomplish, and accomplish it for me. Well, I mean, it's not even going to do all of it. It's going to go, no, that's as much undo as you can have, Chief. All right, well, so be it. In that case, we're going to need to make a few adjustments here. So let's get rid of that. It's all right. I'm going to put all this stuff back in again. Probably, but I need a bit more space to make this work, and that might involve adjustments to pathing, because I don't like that. Yeah, that see, it made me make an noise. Right. Anyway, if I do this and then I do that, it'll smooth that back out again. See, genius. Right. So we're going to have some kind of unsettling pit is the order of the day, and do I want to go under that as well? I might want to go under that. No, that's the idea that I had. Okay, right, good. Now, don't mind me. I'm just getting on with it. Right, let's start pushing this away, which is going to leave these. See, this basically makes a trough, and that's only with 56% intensity. I'm much more intense than that. If we apply the roughen here, we might get something a little bit more natural, or not, as the case may be. Yeah, it's just. Although I quite like this little lump that it's currently generating. I don't know what it's for exactly, but I quite like it. That said, I don't want it. It's not part of the scheme. Come on, back up. Yeah. Don't get carried away. Just sort yourself, will you? Keep going. Go on. That's it. You know what? And if you end up with a rectangular box like this, just lean into it, accept it. Go, fair enough. I've got a rectangular box, and we're going to run with that. Right. I'm going to get rid of this path on Steggs' side. I'm going to put it back in a minute. Are you sure about this? I'm not completely sure about it, obviously, but I want to get. If we're going to have something that is vaguely symmetrical as far as this central gully is concerned, let's have it symmetrical. Let's not. Let's not mess around on that front. Right. So if I put in this regular path. or rather I put the path in that matches the style that I'm using on my side. I'm going to take it back out again because, you know, for reasons best known to himself, Steggs has opted for this magnificent blue. Yeah, I figured this might work better if... There you go. Yeah, see, it's lined up better now. Yeah, so if if we use the same path on both sides, it might be a little bit more compliant. Right, how's that looking? Yeah, see, I don't know why it's leaving this this lump. I don't get it, because that's a straight line. All right, maybe the choice of path had absolutely nothing to do with it. Oh well, never mind. Let us continue. In fact, let's reduce the size on the old terrain destructor, and run that way a bit more. So this is basically this is going to be the dividing line between the two halves of the park. And Steggs has already strayed into the neutral zone, which some might see as a declaration of war, but I'll look upon it as boyish enthusiasm, gone a little awry. But I will now hem him in just a smidge to try and make sure he sticks to his side of the business. Meanwhile, hello folks, what are you doing out here? Where exactly are you heading? I'm tempted to unpause and have a look. Although, actually, with all the pathing currently disrupted, that would be. No, I'm going to drop them into this pit. Oh well, we'll see how they get on. Right, are we more or less in line there? Right, now this particular kind of chasmy. It's actually coming out quite nicely with just using the flatten to surface tool on here. Yeah, so this can be extended by anybody at any point. If we do, if you want to go, run a ride through it or similar, I mean, that's all good. But it is just there to kind of allow us to stick to our own segment. Right, that's probably enough for now. We can extend this further as the need requires. How do I feel about that? That looks suitably exciting, doesn't it? And yeah, I know that goes pretty much most of the way through the park. If Steggs wants to deepen some of it, he's more than welcome to do so. But that's what we've got right now. Let's stick in a couple of paths. A lovely blue path, isn't it though? Right. And there we go. Fight the system, people. Right. So there we are. We get the two sides of the path. Two sides of the park linked up by bridges over the top of it, which will be, a recurring motif is what that's going to be. Except I don't want to use the lovely blue path. I want to use this wooden stuff to make it look like we've got bridges built out of some kind of plankitude width. And if we make it quite wide, then we can make a feature of it. All right. Just. I tell you, this pathing tool is just the most aggravating, perplexing, bothersome. I mean, I've built roads, I've built track, I've built all sorts of things, and nothing has come close to this pathing tool for just sheer. What were they thinking, in a design sense? But hey, I'm not a designer, so what do I know? Right, let's get this in and done. Right, yeah, I have no idea why this bit of lip here exists. I have no idea why it's doing that at all, but I'm just going to have to live with it, I suppose. Right, let's put Steggs' blue pathy stuff in. There we go. That's him all connected back up again. Although, admittedly, we've put a bit of a kink in the path there. I would say, do you think he'll notice? But then, of course, there's a high chance he'll probably watch the video, so chances are he will notice. Yes, he will. Right. There you go. Just smooth that out. God, I love a good smoothing. And then hook it back up. Hook up. No? All right, let's do it the other way. Do this, do that. Magnificent. Right, and then the next place that it seems to be an obvious join-up point, go back to 8 metre on the bridge. It's going to be about here. Yeah, like that. That's what I want. Make it happen. Come on, game. I'm sure you can make a good approximation of what I'm after here. There we are. Right, so we even have across the neutral zone a neutral bridge design. And I am certain that both of us will attempt to occupy some of these bridges to make them our own. Right, now then, let's rock some of this, because actually I haven't finished yet. Hold on, I haven't finished yet. There we go. Right, paths back. Delete this. You might go, now we're taking a chance on things, aren't we? Yes, we are taking a chance on things. Right, now I need to edit my my entryway, or do I? Yes, I do, temporarily. We're going to need to remove this. That will probably do the trick, and then a bit of terrain edit. Now, if we make the size of this pretty small, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but if it works, it's going to look great. So, right, we just want to run the smallest of channels here. Okay, well that's novel, I suppose. Right, and like that. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Press that. Yeah, you see, you've managed to lose your water in the process. Yeah, okay, all right. Maybe this isn't going to work, but how's that? No. Right, I want this filled up to a good level. But I want this. It's because it's part of the same. It's because it's part of the same water system. Okay, well, so much for that. And also, that's now lower than I'd like. I'd quite like it to be at the surface as it was previously. But I guess we can't have that. Right, okay, well, never mind. We go for dirty water, obviously. I mean, we could change up the nature of the water. Or could we? There you go. Do a bit of that. See, that's nicer, I suppose. But nice is not really what I'm into. Rough water. Oh yeah, look at it. It's very rough. Perilous, even. I pity those in peril on the sea. Or calm. Yes. But no, it's dirty or nothing here at Failurewood Hills. We like it dirty, and that's how we're going to get it. Right, now then, if I smooth that back out so that it's got... Because I want... I don't like having floating scenery unless it's intentionally floating. That's fine. How about that side? Just ever such a small amount. There we go. And then we'll smooth down some of this. There we are. Yeah, just a gentle smoothation, just to make it look like it hasn't only been done with a digger. That Mother Nature had some say in the matter at some point. Right, there we go. Right now, path length, width is. I don't know why I started with such a thin path. It says that the terrain's too rough. Maybe I need to smooth that out. If this is going to fight me here, there will be quite a significant amount of the undo button coming in a moment. Right, there we go. Look. I've unroughened it, just for you, Pathing Tool, because we're best buddies. No, don't make me do it as a. I don't want to do a ramp. See, I mean, I could do a rampy bridge, but I don't want to do a rampy bridge. I mean, look at that; it's ridiculous. Well, it's too long for starters. Yeah, just get rid of all of it, and then like that. Just get over the terrain is too uneven. Look, there's a flat bit there, there's a flat bit here. Bosh, 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 get over the top. No, 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 that's the one that we want to flatten to. Right, try that. Right, and then here, try that. I don't want to make it any more... no, still fighting me. Oh, hello. No. No, it's not going to be. Okay, right. Well, in which case we're just going to have to go for a shorter bit of path and a minor rampette. Right. No, stay up. Which means I'm going to need to remove that. There you go. That, and then down. It would be nice if the downward slope was the same size on both sides. I want a single down. Look, see how this has done like a little 1 meter ramp bit. Stop trying to be clever, game. Just give me... That's it. That's the stuff. There you are. Right. See, and now, see that we're not even properly bridging over that. That's flipping. Never mind. We'll all get over it. Right. Okay. So now we need to just paint this back up again into the right kind of colour scheme here. That's it. Yeah. Because give me decay or give me more decay. Right. There we go. That's it. Now, in order to make, if you go overboard with one of the terrain brushes, it doesn't look brilliant. But if you, or rather, it's very obvious to see the texture. Whereas I find if you just put a bit of a dab of some other stuff in there once in a while, it actually looks quite a lot better. But there we go. Now my pollutants are now running throughout the entire park, which will make for a scenic delight for all future visitors. And we're all about the scenic delights here at Fairywood Hills Futurist Eggland. There we go. Right, and a bit of this. Now, arguably, you could get some green on there, and it would look quite good, because there's a chance that some vegetation might actually grow where there's water nearby, no matter how polluted it is. A few plants might go, oh yeah, I'll have a bit of that, Gov. Thanks. Cheers for the drink and that. Right, now then, if I can get back under here, because you see now this bridge is bugging me now. There we are. That's it. Yeah, get under there. Right, I want to make it look like the bridge has actually got some work to do, rather than just dialing it in over something that we could invite the guests to leap over the top of and call it an attraction. Right, good shot of the tree branch there. There you go. See, that looks a bit better. In fact, that looks a lot better. Right, edit the building again, because we've got a bit of floaty fence happening here. You sir, I would like to talk to you about this fence, for it is in my way. That bit, get rid of it. In fact, we'll get rid of both of those bits, and then everything's amazing. Done. Good. Right, that looks adequate. Now then, some more some scenery-fying down the sides of the canal here will help it out enormously. But I figure that will happen over time. And of course, part of the reason for doing this is, as mentioned at the start of the show here, to just try and unify some of the ideas that are coming out in a build sense, to make the whole park hang together a little better. Anyway, I have a new ride that is ready to go, and I'm pondering where to put it. We could stick it out over here, which would be fine. But I'm wondering if we stay along the central boulevard, such as mine is about to take a bit of an off-piste twist. And I think we'll take the opportunity as we head round the corner to actually widen it up some. We'll drop the angle snap down to 15 degrees. That'll be nice. Right, let's get rid of that. That's it. Because we want to give people enough room on the path to be able to get aside from to walk it aside one another. I don't know what's going on with my my brain today. It seems to be at half mast. Right, let's up the size. No, we don't want to up the size because that will lead you smoothing out your river runs through it. How is it too uneven? What exactly is the unevenness that you are perplexed by? All right, well, let's start by going out over here. Right, right, and then we'll probably do similar off this one. All right, and then we'll hook these two chaps up together. And at this point, I'm not bothered about the path being straight because we'll scenerize it. Come on then, right round here. That's it. Bend. All right, angle snap off. No? Okay, right. Well, maybe if we reduce the length, it'll give us the freedom we so richly desire. There we are. That's it. Come along. Make friends. There we are. Right. So good. So that's a reasonable width of path for people to to get stuff done. In fact, this corner I don't like it. All right. So if I up my width to kind of maximum. Hook it up. No, hook it up. Look, it would be... I think I probably need to spend an entire day just pathing from here to there. I mean, look at this. What am I supposed to do with that? I want you to go this way. Right, Control does that. Shift appears to try and bring up my Steam console. Right, let's zoom out a bit. Maybe that will help me in life. Give it 6 meter width was what we were kind of aiming towards. All right, if I give it a bit more, is it still happy to? It is still happy to play, and then we get that kind of extra space on the corner there that I was looking for. Yes, it does look weird, doesn't it? Yeah, I think so too. You're not alone in that thought. Oh, look at it dance. How lovely. But, I mean, it is lovely, but it's not what I'm after. There you go. Let's just do that. And then if I get rid of this, and we, at 10 metres, I think it's probably a bit too wide. There we are. Let's try it with an 8. That's it. Good. Kill that off again. Yeah, I know I'm not happy with it. I'm going to keep going till I'm happier. And once I'm happier, I will move on to our next endeavour. Give me 90 degree. Magnificent. Right, yep. There we go. Right. Grand. Okay, good. That makes some sense now in a parky kind of a way. That will do nicely. Right, okay, so as mentioned, I do have a new ride, and I'm in two minds as to where to put it, but I think actually this quadrant here is going to be the right place for the job. So it's one that I prepared earlier. I know, I'm a big fan of now preparing earlier because, and here's why, okay, right, normally we will definitely do some, blow-by-blow creation of ride scenery and so forth. But by doing it in your sandbox mode, it allows you to get it wrong and then right and then wrong and a bit more right, a little more wrong on a frequent basis until you're overall happy with it. Otherwise, you're just going to have me going, no, it's not right. Let's tweak that. No, I didn't like that much. See what I mean? If that's your idea of a good time, well, I do enough of that anyway. So, stay tuned. Here comes a brief blow-by-blow of what I've built and why.
Now don't you act so coy. Let us go and fill all the little children's hearts with joy. Rudolph, my dear, you know the forecast ain't clear. So will you please light the way and lead old Santa sleigh? Yeah, lead old Santa sleigh. Come on and lead old Santa sleigh. Hey, let's do it one more time, one more time. Let's have some fun and go make this a Merry Christmas for everyone. Merry Christmas for everyone. Merry Christmas for everyone.
Yes, the Judgement is back in all its splendor. Here we are. Here's the finished product, and now it's just a case of figuring out where to stick it for maximum impact. So the entryway is at the underside of the snowman kind of recycling area, which I'll walk you through it in a moment. But I'm sure if you just watch that time lapse, you'll have a fair idea of what I've got going on. But we're going to slot it in here like this, and then we're going to get very sad when none of this lines up properly with cues and so forth. There we are. Right, Venetian Carousel 2. I don't think so. You all know what it's called already. It is the Judgement 2 judge harder. Right, it is one of the finest rides that was put together for the original Failurewood Hills, and now here it is again in its second iteration. Right, now we need to get a queue on here, and I'm hoping I can slap it straight up there and nobody will fight me. But I've not tested this, and therefore anything could happen, couldn't it? Absolutely anything. There is no way to know whether this is going to work first time or not. I was pretty sure I'd measured it out correctly, and while I'm chuntering away to you now, it looks like it might actually come off. It's come off, people. That worked. Although it's got a slightly weird kink in it, which I don't understand entirely, but that is certainly acceptable. If anything, I could possibly make the queue even wider. Do we want to try that? Why not? Let's give it a go and see what we get. And maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. And if it doesn't, we can always revert back to this stuff again. Right, there we are. Now, so what we had there was 3 meter width. Let's go 4 meter width. Bold. And then... oh, actually, that's much nicer. And it allows people to get right up close to the judging snow persons. Now, when I did this previously, I built the entire building out of concrete and then clad it in snowy stuff. This time around, I've made it out of metal, and it's been you know, the snow has been added to the surrounding area, and actually, I could do with a little bit more just to marry it all up to the edge of the path. But we'll do that in a tick. We'll get it running first, and then we'll do that kind of thing. Right, so we just need an exit path here, and if we skinny that up, well, that looks like it worked first time. It worked first time. Brilliant. Right, okay. Let's open it up now. If I get anything less than 100%. Scenery review rating on this, I'll be a mite disappointed. There we go. Yeah, 100%. That's the cheese. That is top notch. Big whistle. Right, 350. I don't think so. This is a £5 at least. Turn it on. There we are. Right, we'll have a ride on that before we're done today. But yeah, there we go. Right, now I'm gonna complete my scenerizing just while we wait for some people to come and ride along on that. SNOW is a good place to look. Snow boulders, yeah. And actually, right, another thing that some people might find, you know, maddening in this, I think is actually a very nice feature indeed, and that is that, so if you've got your snow boulder there, the typical approach, or what you see in other things, is that every time you place a new one, it places it with exactly the same orientation. So you end up obviously cloning the same rock. But with this, it twizzles based on, you know, various bits of orientation, and you end up with something that actually looks quite unique every time you place it, so you get much more rotational use from the thing. No, you're going to fight me, aren't you? Yeah, you are. All right. Well, we can do that, and then tactical move it, which is going to be flipping time consuming. Here we go. In fact, there's quite a lot of tactical movage in the time lapse of this being built, which you've already seen, and as I'm sure you can appreciate. It is a bit of a drag. It does take some time, but the overall effect at the end of the day is worth it. Twizzle you a bit. No, don't give me angle snap. I want to be free, man. I want to twizzle how I want to twizzle, and no mistake. There we go. Right, okay. I'm going to finish this off, and I'm not gonna tedium you with me just placing, you know, icy boulders and what have you for the next 20 minutes. I'll do that on my own time. Meanwhile, if you would like to subscribe to Failurewood Hills featuring Stegoland, the button's right there. You know, in the place that the button lives. I would advise you to press it with all due haste. I'll be back with another one of these before handing it back over to Mr. Steggs. And in the next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to look at park lighting. Oh, yeah, that's a riveting topic for all of us. And we'll probably fix up our shop front here and see if we can't create some kind of unification between my first 3 rides that just makes it all kind of hang a little bit better. Anyway, I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching today. I'll be back very soon with a little more of the same. Let us do one of my traditional strolls through the entryway here. This looks better at night, you know. Can we tell it to night time up? Set lighting to 10 p.m. Bosh. There you go. See, doesn't that look amazing? And you come through here with the kiddies, and the kiddies go, "I'm excited and terrified at the same time, Daddy. Can we ride the magic horsies?" Anyway, ride magic horsies with me next time around. Thanks for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. Fling a like at this one if you enjoyed it. Don't fling a like at it if you didn't. I'll talk to you soon. Cheerio.